So in 2007, I was assigned to teach in a coverage position. I was teaching careers. There is no curriculum for careers. Each week I would visit with about 150 students in 20 different classes. And I would move from one class of high-functioning 5-year-olds to a class of low-functioning 18-year-olds. And some of my students don't even recognize themselves in the mirror. So I asked the principal, how am I going to teach careers if the kids have no idea who they are? How are they going to know what they want to do? Well, how do you prepare a child for a career who can't see himself in a mirror? Okay? How do you know what a child would like to do for the rest of his adult life? Is he mechanically inclined? Does he enjoy music? Can he even focus long enough to learn a new skill? And since there was no mandated curriculum for careers, and since I was an old-hand teacher there, necessary around the school, I felt free to explore new ground on my own. I decided that I was going to engage the kids in each classroom with the computer, trying to find activities that they would not only enjoy, but would be educational. That was the problem, finding things that were educational. There's a program called Photo Booth that takes silly pictures of the kids. So I would go into the classroom, we'd all sit around the computer, and I would turn on the camera and take pictures of them. And they loved seeing themselves, but I knew that there was very, very limited educational value to this. So I found something called JigZone, which is a free website that lets you upload these photographs to create custom interactive puzzles. This served as a great test of self-awareness and puzzle-solving activity. And used in conjunction with our smart boards, it was a wonderful exercise for gross and fine motor coordination as well. Plus, it gave me a reason to teach the kids how to operate the mouse, or in this case, with the touch screen, which I use most of the time, to use their finger in lieu of the mouse. But at least they know that they were creating a change. They were accomplishing something. I don't know if you're familiar with the smart board. This is a video that I did. Now, this student is writing with a special tool, but she could just as easily be writing with her finger. This video is now used by New York City to demonstrate the proper use of the smart board. One other thing that I tried then in the classroom with the kids was iMovie, but it's a very complicated program for kids who don't even use the mouse. It was just going to be too time-consuming for me to teach them how to do it. So I decided, instead of teaching them, I was simply going to tell the teacher to take photographs when they took a neighborhood walk. Give me those photographs. By using this program, I could plug in those photographs and have a finished movie up before the kids had finished hanging their coats up. Making a pizza!
That's it.
I see pizza! Me. Now, there was a tremendous value in this because it gave the children an opportunity to reflect on something that they had just done. It also gave them an opportunity to see themselves in circumstances that they had never seen themselves in before. I would take this movie and I would save it on the desktop with a little icon. And if a child wanted to see that movie again, he had to learn how to identify that icon and use the mouse to click on it to make the movie work. So I was incrementally teaching kids how to teach themselves. But at the same time, I was really experimenting with the technology. What could we possibly accomplish? The next thing that I tried to do was to go on the internet to look for videos that were already there that might have some type of an educational value. So I scoured YouTube, and I found some things that did catch the children's attention, and they were educational. So I bundled them into folders that I distributed to the teacher through our school server. And there would be typically, for hygiene, there would be 7 different videos that would bring a child's attention to different aspects of a complex skill.
Eh, on assure, hein? Ouais, on est des brutes.
Now, the teachers were not too thrilled with this, but the kids loved it. And again, I didn't know why. Were they responding to the music? Were they responding to the visuals? Were they responding to the action? I didn't know. I had to learn some more stuff. So I moved on, and I looked for more videos, and it was just too time consuming. So I said, you know what? It's about time I tried something new. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a behavior that I would like to teach the kids, and I'm going to model it for them. Now, what happened is there was such a positive response to the video that I was showing them. I said, you know, I got to document this. I got to show it to the speech people. I have to show it to the OTs. I have to find out what their opinion is. So the easiest way, of course, was to turn on the camera right in front of the kids. So I'd be showing them the video and at the same time recording them with iMovie working in the background. Now, what you're going to see is first me modeling the behavior. It's a 5-second clip. Then you're going to see the kids watching it and their reaction. I took both of those clips to a 16-year-old pre-verbal, as Stephen would like to say, student. Achoo! Here we go.
What do you do when you sneeze? Cover your mouth! Cover your mouth! Show me what you do when you sneeze.
Joseph, when you sneeze, cover your mouth. Put your hands up. Put your hands. Achoo! Over your mouth. Go. Achoo! 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 You want to see more? Press the button. You want to see more? Press the button. This is a child who has no communication skills, no language whatsoever. He has got no academics. He follows very simple instructions. And he's one of those kids in my Monopoly board that's in the room, in jail. Whatever the teacher decides, they think this child is capable of, is what's going to be addressed. The problem is they don't know what he's capable of. Right now, he developed the skill to make a choice of something that he wants to do. I gave him the tool to go and get it. It was self-rewarding, and he's also subsequently seeing other videos where he'll be seeing himself and developing more self-awareness. So I began documenting all of the work that I was doing with students, and I wound up with more than 200 videotapes. I only have a handful that I have permission to show to you. Now, remember, I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And sometimes I sort of had an idea, but sometimes I had no idea. Vicky. Vicky. Who's that? I told you, relax. Easy, easy. Yeah. You feel better now? Now you got her banging the deck. feel better now? Vicky, you feel better now? Why did she do this? I'm trying to figure it out. She's looking at herself on camera. Vicky, you feel better? We had a student, also pre-verbal. Name is JR. The problem is that when you spoke with him, he would answer after an extended period of silence or teeth gnashing or grunting and groaning. What I did was I decided I'm going to sit down with him and I turned the camera on. The reason you don't see him is because it's not important to see him. What is important is that this is a 5-minute videotape that is edited down into 30 seconds. Tell me, you were doing the laundry?
Yes.
Well, let me hear you say that sentence. I was doing the laundry. Good.
Detergent.
It's called laundry detergent. You measure it in a cup, and what do you do? What do you do then? What do you do?
Your washing machine.
You put the soap in the washing machine. That conversation took 5 minutes. Nobody ever realized that this child could hold a conversation. We were just on a totally different wavelength. He was hearing everything that we were saying. As a matter of fact, he was pretty bright. But he processed so slowly, it was impossible to hold a conversation with him, especially when you have 5 or 6 other kids, special needs, in the classroom. You're running around. Everyone's doing something. You're not able to focus on that. Technology can. This is Jod, 17 years old, also pre-verbal, never showed any interest in the computer. I decided that I was going to put up a picture of his favorite food, which I did, and then I turned the camera on so he could also see us in front of the camera. Jod, this is the word you're going to say today. You know what that word is? What is that thing? What is that? Jello. Good. Say it louder. Jello. Let me hear you. J. 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 Jello. 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 Jod. 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 Good. Again. Jod. Good. Very good. Jod. Good. Jello. Jello. Good. Very good. Now, subsequent to this, this child would go to the computer and he would learn how to operate the mouse to see this movie again. And also, when I saw him in the hallways, he would step out of line and come over to me and hug me. So evidently, he realized that something was going on that was not going on before. Kids like to see themselves. Typical and atypical, non-typical. They like to see themselves, and for the first time, some of our children were able to see themselves doing things, okay? They're now picking up that telephone on the other end. Maybe we can have some type of a communication. So they were getting excited, I was getting excited, everyone's jumping around. We have an opportunity to teach them things. If we can teach them to use the mouse, if we can explain to them what the function of the computer is, they're making choices, they're showing pride in their accomplishment. So the types of things that are available on the internet that are educational, that appeal to many of the kids with special needs. This is called WizBall. You put it to assemble it. Each child assembles this piece by piece and they create a WizBall ride, or whatever you want to call it. I found a program called Starfall, which I had all the teachers in the school use.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A B C D D D D D D D D D.
Even begins with the letter S. Basically, what I had been discovering was that technology is not only able to help me communicate, all right, this type of technology, video technology, using the computer, is doing for autism what the telephone had been doing for everyone else for the last 100 years. It was an opportunity, it was a vehicle for getting through and communicating. I could communicate my intent, my meaning. The kids could receive that and understand it, could process it, and they could use that same technology to come back to me. Now, I was not the first person to think of this. As a matter of fact, Marshall McLuhan predicted that the computer would be used as a research and communications tool. It would enhance information retrieval, making it unnecessary to have physical libraries. It would allow for the creation of individualized data that could be used to address the specific needs of specific individuals. How is the video technology going to be used to benefit autism? This technology is used to engage, to challenge, and to enable. That is our communication vehicle. Edwin. Edwin. Yes, you said your name nicely. Say it louder. Louder. Edwin.
Edwin.
Oh, good, 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 good. Where's Faith? Here she is. Where's Faith? Here she is. Where's Faith? Here she is. What did you say? What?